found love in the early days.
We drove about 2 hours from our campsite in the forest to the coast here in Oregon, and we spent the whole day by the beach with all of our friends. We also found a snake on the beach. I think it was a garden snake according to Maddie and Jacob, but we hung out with him. He was so pretty.
The sadness we had this.
And then we had lots of cuddles with the dogs. And from here on out, we're basically just going to be going up north throughout the coast and just exploring little parts of it, which is exciting because Tori and I did the Oregon coast last year, but we only did the south part. So this is all new stuff for us. And the Oregon coast and Oregon beaches is so moody. It's so different than like the California coast or any other coast I've been to in America.
In a new life, are you wearing the same dress that you wore when we met the first night? Are you feeling it in a different time? Are you telling the same jokes that you told me when we met the first time? The first time how we slept with the light on and the sun's coming up and we woke up on the floor. All the things that you feel that you can't describe. Why can't it be like the first and week? Far away in your thoughts sometimes. Are you telling all your friends that you can't live without him like we met the first time? Do you lie awake and you wonder why? Is it always the same thing, or is this just a new dream that's keeping you up at night? The first time how we slept with the light on and the sun's coming up and we woke up on the floor. All the things that you feel that you can't describe. Why can't it be?
I'm so hungry. I'm so excited. One of my favorite things about caravanning with friends is potlucks. This curry ended up turning out so good. One of the best curries I've ever had, honestly. And we ate it on this ledge overlooking the ocean. The area we're at and the area we slept at is actually right outside of Thor as well. So we got to look over at the views, and we were kind of in a chaotic mood, honestly, because right after that we started stretching randomly. I don't know what came upon us. And then after that, we started chanting that we made it to the coast.
We made it to the coast! We made it to the coast! We made it to the coast! We made it!
And then we played a game of Ninja. All very random. I don't know what came over us.
Ninja!
Anybody can go at any time.
No. Oh! You have to see him! Oh, shy? We're going to Thor's well.
What is Thor's well?
What is it?
It's this hole in the rock that apparently it's about 20 feet deep, but it looks like a bottomless pit. And the seawater will go into it or out of it, and it'll look like a geyser, and it's just a really unique sight. According to some researchers, the well probably started out as a sea cave dug out by the waves, and then the roof eventually collapsed and created openings at the bottom and top, which is why the ocean sprays out of it. But the area around Thor's Well is actually kind of dangerous to be around because there's sneaker waves and stuff like that, so we didn't stay too long. We played card games all night with our friends, and we all crammed in here, like all 8 of us, I think. Now I'm gonna brush my teeth. Are you eating chips?
I'm hungry.
It is time for bed and snuggles with Millie, who loves to be under the covers like a little monster. I actually get a little nervous sometimes that she's like, can you breathe? I get nervous that she like can't breathe, but she always nestles all the way under her covers every night. And this is our last night with her because Trent is coming back tomorrow, so she's going to reunite with her dad, which I'm really excited to see because I know she's gonna be so excited.
No one said of me he's a molded breaker, he's a moving shaker, he won't be mistaken. No one said of me he's a model person, he won't ever worsen what he's on. It ain't hard to see that I'll be forgotten when I'm gone, yeah. I don't know about tomorrow, sorrows
Whoa. Wow.
They kind of stick to your hand when you touch them like that. And they're filter feeders, so they're just sort of feeding on everything that like floats in the water. They're basically like the herbivores of the tidal communities. And these are gooseneck barnacles. And these are new recruited California mussels. Babies of the run.
Wow, he's sticky.
Yeah, right? They like stick to you.
Yeah. Feels cool. Feels weird.
So these snails, I forget their name, but they're like, they're little predators. And they have this ability to drill with like their little faces. And they get in the mussels and will drill into the mussels and get inside the shell and just like eat them alive.
Asleep in the blaze of the TV, forecasting stars. And there's a glow for me that's growing warm now, seeps in her form.
We found the kraken.
Chitin.
Oh, the chitin. Oh my god, look, there's a little baby.
A baby. You found a baby. It's a baby.
Good morning. We woke up at 7:30 a.m. and we came 5 minutes away from where we were parked to these tide pools. Because there's low tide, it just opened up all of these pools and we get to play around and look at all of the things. We've seen snails and anemones, and we've touched the anemones and they're like so slimy and they close on your fingers.
They're sticky.
They're sticky. And Jacob knows a lot about it, so he's teaching us so much. And I think there's starfish over there, so let's go check them out.
In 2014, in this area, there was what's called a sea star wasting disease, and all the sea stars got wiped out. What's cool is that they're coming back hardcore, and these are actually like the real great white sharks of the intertidal community. They don't go super high up on the rocks, they stay on the low part, and they eat mussels. And so when they have a chance, when mussels start growing low enough on the rock, the sea stars will make their way up and start opening them up and eating them.
Are you talking? Wait, I'm talking about the yellow snail we saw. We found this yellow snail. It's called a lemon peel
Nudibranch. It's a sea
nudibranch.
slug.
Why did I think it was a noodle brain?
That's funnier.
That's so cute. I love the name. Lemon peel nudibranch.
I want to hold one.
Nudibranch. You want to hold them? Does it hurt them? Should we do it?
I mean, I want to check them out.
We found a sea star. We found it, but it was dead on the beach, so we got to hold it and touch it, and it was really cool.
So cool to see all the little critters that you don't normally see because tide is low. Tide is high, but I'm holding on.
We found a starfish doing yoga upside down on the wall, getting a really good stretch in. Tori's taking photos of him. We should be doing yoga with him, honestly, because the stretch looks good. And I need to stretch. I haven't stretched in a really long time, honestly.
I'm wondering if he like fell off or if he's going to water.
Up the canyon, you can see for miles. All of the lovers turning on their lights. And what does it got to do with us now?
It's getting really cold. I want to go back to the van and make a matcha or coffee.
I'm gonna make coffee. You can make a matcha if you want a matcha.
I want a matcha.
What's your favorite thing that you've seen today?
I think the starfish. Actually, no, the anemone.
The anemone was my favorite too.
Really?
Because I got to interact with it and I touched it and he grabbed me.
Yeah, it felt like a finger hug.
Yeah, but like sticky.
Yeah, it was really sticky. It was like sticky tape.
I loved it.
I feel like this whole experience is like when I was a kid and I'd go to the aquarium and they had the section where you could touch things. It was like interactive. But this is so cool because these animals are like wild and they still get to live their lives. And this isn't a populated beach either, so people aren't coming and touching them all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That would be really bad if they were.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was probably the first time that anemone has ever been touched by a human.
I don't know about the first. Do you think?
Well, that exact anemone, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's so many.
And there's like, I haven't seen a single person here. We also got to touch that starfish, which was cool. We didn't touch any of the ones that were alive because I feel like it maybe wouldn't have been good. Yeah, you're not supposed to, right? I wonder when everyone else is ready to go back because I want to make my matcha.
I'm not ready yet.
You're not ready? I'm just getting a little cold. I'm down to stay. I'm down to stay for sure.
Gosh, I love Oregon.
Oregon is Tori's favorite state, officially.
It's been my favorite state since the last time we visited. Specifically the coast though, I will say. The coast is like the most beautiful thing because there's like lush old growth forests right next to beaches with really cool rocks.
It's really cool.
I love the moody weather. There's always like a fog rolling around. And I just feel my best here. Like I feel more creative and I feel more
You're so cute.
We were choosing opportunity over wrong and right.
We are walking back to the van and then we're gonna drive to where all our vans are because the tide is rising. Wait, careful, Millie. I don't even know where to go actually. I think maybe it's
Was it
over here.
worth the sacrifice?
To get to the tide pools, you have to hike through these trees and it looks really cool because it's like a little archway or a hallway. You kind of have to go through this maze in the trees.
Can I touch you? It's like an ear, cauliflower ear.
Hello?
It's like an ear of a wrestler.
Kind of looks like one of those Hawaiian flowers.
Meet you there in 5. Jacob just found lobster mushrooms in the forest and we're gonna take them home and eat them. Look how cool they are.
It's so good to meet you. Do you wanna share a ride to the east side? It's not that far to get to. We can
Wow, it's like not green. More matcha?
Yeah. Nice pour. How's the matcha?
It tastes so nutty. It must be the almond milk.
Yeah.
That's like very nutty tasting almond milk.
Let me try.
I think there needs more matcha.
Yeah.
It needs more matcha. I just bought some more matcha, so maybe this brand's like not as high quality or potent.
Oh.
I don't know, because I just filled this up like with. But the thing that's confusing me is this is the old matcha and it looks lighter colored. This one's new and it's darker, but
What
it like
happened to it?
doesn't look darker. I don't know. We just ran out. Third time's a charm. Okay. Yeah.
Powder?
It just needs like a lot more matcha than our last powder.
This is my coffee that I made.
Cheers. Cheers. We are going to drive about 30 minutes north up the coast to a town called Yachats, and we're going to a brewery, I guess. It's called Yachats Brewery and Farmhouse. I've never been there, but Jacob has, and he said there's lots of vegan options, so we're just gonna hang out there and try all the yummy food. I haven't eaten anything today, so I'm honestly starving. And I don't want to cook, so it's perfect. We haven't eaten out in so long, I feel like.
Yeah.
Right?
It's always a treat when it happens.
Millie, are you ready to go on a walk? Are you ready to go on a walk? Yeah? You're a good girl. You're so good at waiting. Oh, big stretch. We are giving Millie back in 2 hours. Trent is on his way to come pick her up and meet us here at this brewery. And I'm so sad. I've loved having a little dog friend.
I'm so excited for Trent to be back though too.
Oh, Millie's gonna be so happy. But I feel like we look so cute with the dog. Tori won't let me get one though.
But I won't let you get one.
We both know that we can't get one in our lives right now, but I love her. This town is so cute. And I'm excited to check out this brewery with all our friends. The day we went into Yachats, there was also a farmer's market. This was a pure coincidence. We had no clue there was going to be a farmer's market, but once we saw it, we couldn't resist going, so we went to check it out, and while we were there, we saw a lady who was actually selling mushrooms. So we showed her the mushrooms that we had gotten from the forest, and just double checked with her that they were the correct mushrooms that we thought they were, because it is risky to eat mushrooms that you forage yourself in the forest. There are poisonous mushrooms that you can die from eating, so it's extremely important that you know what type of mushroom that you found in the forest. And sometimes poisonous mushrooms can look very similar to edible mushrooms. Anyways, this lady did confirm that the mushrooms we found were lobster mushrooms. She also told us that lobster is actually not a mushroom, but a type of fungus that grows on certain species of mushrooms, turning them a reddish orange color that resembles the outer shell of a cooked lobster. We got back from the farmer's market and drove to a state park nearby. Right by the water, there's views of the ocean like all on this side of my van. What are you doing?
I'm editing a TikTok right now of our morning, and it was a really good day. I got these jeans at a thrift store. They're Wranglers. They were 18 bucks. They're very cozy. You're so funny, dude.
I don't know, I'm bored.
Well, why don't you make food?
Why? Because you're hungry?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Millie! I love your little bandana. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I missed you. Oh, I love this girl. You look so cute. You're all I could think about. All I could think about.
Crystal, did you know what happened to Eliza earlier?
No, what happened?
She ate the entire tray of brownies, and I had to make her vomit. And we had to like push hydrogen peroxide down her throat so that she would vomit up all the brownies.
So Brandon is the worst.
I cooked up the lobster mushrooms, and we're gonna put them on our tacos, but first, let's try them. Where are your forks? Where are your forks?
They're in there.
Here?
So,
I love it a lot. It's so meaty.
Yeah,
It's so meaty.
right?
That's really good.
Okay.
It tastes like lobster. That's really weird.
Denise.
okay, let me have a little taste.
Yeah, you're right. Pretty meaty.
It's really good.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice. It has like almost a crunch,
Yeah.
but it's still
rich,
tender.
too.
You seasoned it really well.
Excited to try this. That's so
Can I just eat it with the fork?
It's good flavor, good texture. Like you said, like meaty and like, but you can tell it's mushroom still. I like it.
If you guys have been watching my videos for a long time, you know that one of the core joys in my life is finding community on the road while I'm traveling. It's so important to me, and it just changes my entire experience traveling. I have traveled solo. I've also traveled with my girlfriend Tori and in bigger groups like I am now. And finding a community while traveling just makes the experience so special. So I have some really exciting news with you guys. I actually shared this a couple videos ago, but Tori and I, as well as our friend Maddie, are hosting a trip, a group trip to Bali, and you guys can come. I am so excited to meet some of you guys and travel with you guys, and I thought that it was going to be open and like ready for people to book 2 videos ago, but it actually just went live like right now. So if you are interested in going on this group trip with us, the link is in the description of this video. Let me just like name off some of the things we're going to be doing and the dates. So first off, the dates are June 1st, and it's for a week, so probably ends on June 8th. The whole itinerary is in the description though. And then some of the things we're doing, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We are going to be doing a temple tour. We're going to a waterfall. There's coffee workshops, sacred monkey forests. We're going to be potentially taking a Balinese cooking class, or I think we actually might do like tour street food. And by the way, all the food that's provided will be vegan, of course. There's things that are like optional too, like surfing lessons and massages. Those cost a little extra, but the accommodations are included. We will take you from the airport and all the transportation is included and stuff like that. And also some food is included, and all the excursions that are listed in the description and that link are included. So I'm really excited to meet you guys, travel with you guys, and it's going to be so fun to do that with Tori and Maddie as well. Anyways, I just wanted to make that quick announcement. Now back to the video.
We got back into this.
There's a half moon rising in your eyes.
We're gonna go to bed, and this is the end of this video. So if you did enjoy this video, subscribe because I post videos every Sunday. Good night.
And subscribe to me too, bitches.